It is said in Kingdom Come Deliverance, alcohol is the scourge of mankind and a good Christian should avoid it like the plague. However, I doubt whoever wrote that was a peasant in the Middle Ages who witnessed their home burn down, watched as their parents die right in front of them, and had to fight off a human horde. In this video, I will be showing you why drinking is one of the most underrated skills in Kingdom Come Deliverance, and why I guarantee it's not a skill you will ever overlook again. While drinking, you can temporarily raise your strength, speech, and charisma while under the influence of its effects, but it can also make you filthy rich, allowing you to fast travel even while overburdened, even in hardcore mode where all fast travel is disabled. So as a great man once said,
drinking has its benefits.
Let's get into what you need to make this work. The first thing you'll need is your drinking level to be at level 10. Drinking any beverage with alcohol in it will give you experience in this skill. The stronger the beverage, the more skill it gives you, with moonshine and spirits giving the most. Spirits can be purchased from any tavern in the game and they're fairly cheap. As for moonshine, I recommend purchasing the recipe from the apothecary in Ratai and using the crafting bench behind the shop. Have at least 1 mint, 1 St. John's wort, and 1 sage, and craft as many as you can. Store these away in your inventory for later. I would also recommend crafting a few Hair of the Dog potions while here, the recipe for which can be purchased at the Samopesh or the Neuhoff Herbalist, or can be found in treasure map number 25. While this isn't required, it is handy since it cures alcoholism, which you will most likely get while leveling this skill. Now that we have all that, go to a nearby bed that you own and just drink the alcohol, then wait or sleep for an hour. I suggest only doing one at a time, as the goal here isn't to black out, rather it's to slowly level the skill. Both spirits and moonshine have 20 nutrition points, but alcohol burns very quickly, so it shouldn't take very long to burn off at all. Then rinse and repeat all the way up until you reach level 10. This will take a few in-game days, but it's very simple to do. I would also personally recommend not to take any of the perks until you get all the way to level 10, then pick up all 3 at once there, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But first, if you're enjoying the video so far, please let me know by leaving a like and commenting down below. I'm hoping to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and it would help a small channel like mine out a lot if you did this. Now that you got your drinking to level 10, you're going to want to pick up the perk Safe Passage, which allows you to drink yourself into oblivion and wake up safely at home or the closest bed you own with none of your inventory items missing. This perk is one of the best perks in the entire game. I also recommend pairing this up with True Slav, allowing you to get drunk for 50% less alcohol so you can get blacked out sooner. Just be careful, as this does apply to all alcohol consumption. The next perk is really up to you, but I would recommend either Beer Bibber or Drunk. Beer Bibber makes wine twice as strong, and since wine is a common loot drop from bandits, it's nice just in case you don't have any alcoholic beverages on you at the time. If that's not a problem for you, then I recommend Drunk, which makes the benefits of alcohol last twice as long, and you suffer no negative effects from becoming overly intoxicated. The downside is the hangover lasts twice as long, but the debuffs are minimal and can easily be cured with a Hair of the Dog potion, or just by waiting a couple of hours. Now that all the perks have been selected, let me show you just how quick and easy this is. I'm going to go to my favorite loot farming location on the entire map, Skalitz. Once you leave this area in the tutorial and get into the open world, this becomes a very high level spawn for bandits, traders, humans, or guards with lots of high level gear and loot. The downside is this location is extremely remote, but this will no longer be a problem for you. If this is your first time back to this location, you can also kill and loot all the bandits in the Silver Yard located right here on the map, with a total of 6 bandits being here. They're fairly easy to take out since they are quite spread out, so have a bow, some good arrows, and a sharp sword, and they won't really prove to be much of a problem. After this is cleared out, move all the inventory that you can onto your horse and proceed to the main gate of Skalitz. Through the gate, you're going to notice that there's a large encounter taking place. It's a randomly generated event, but usually consists of 2 groups of enemies attacking each other and another separate group already dead. Deal with them however you want, just make sure to kill everyone. I like to gather everyone up in the center of town once I'm done so I don't miss anyone. Just make sure to collect the weapons and shields off the ground and loot everything out of their inventory. This is what it ends up looking like. As you can see, we have a bunch of great gear, most of it being worth thousands of grossons each, but we do have over 700 kilograms of gear on us with another 500 kilograms on the horse. With all this weight, we are unable to mount our horse, which means we have 3 options on how we can proceed. The first isn't ideal, as it's to drop most of the gear until you're under the weight limit to mount your horse, potentially leaving behind thousands of groshens each time you do this. The second is a slow, agonizing, painful crawl back to the nearest village with a chest to drop all the gear off. This really isn't ideal either, as if Henry gets attacked on the way back, he's going to be in no fit state to defend himself, and it's going to take potentially over an hour of gameplay just to get back. The third, last, and best way to do this is our new fast travel method. Simply walk over to a corner where you're hidden out of sight, chug an alcohol, and wait for 1 hour. Once the hour is up, you should be over halfway to blacked out. Chug a second alcohol, then just wait again until the screen changes from waiting to you are unconscious. This means that you have in fact blacked out and are currently traveling. If Skalitz is the location you also went to, you should wake up in the bed in Townburg that Lady Stephanie gave you at the start of the game. While there isn't a chest right here, it's only about 300 feet from the tavern in Townburg where there is a chest. Walk through the courtyard, fall down the moat, walk down the hill, and across the bridge to the tavern. Here you can rent or buy a room and offload all your loot there as much as you want. Now that all the loot is in your chest, sell it to any trader that will buy weapons and armor and reap the full benefits of your next loot run. Now do you believe me when I told you?
Drinking has its benefits.
Thank you so much for watching. If you found this guide useful, please let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. If there's any other guides you want me to make in the future, please let me know down in the comments. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.